Hey everyone, Emily here, and today I have for you another Advent unboxing and another bookshelf tour. And I'm going to say a couple things. One, I filmed this, right now it's one-handed because I need to unbox the Advent calendar, and I don't have a tripod, so it's just me holding the camera steady as best I can. So I apologize if I move the phone around and things get unsteady. Two, I don't know if you can hear it, if it's picking up on or not, but I live in a townhome and there's shared walls, and the walls are kind of thin. My next door neighbor is taking a shower and I can hear the water running through the pipes. So if you hear any like white noise in the background, that's what you're hearing, okay? Nothing I can do about it. But without further ado, let's get started. I am filming day 14, although right now it's actually December 12th? December 12th, yes, because today's Thursday, but I'm filming 2 days ahead. And oh my gosh, I'm so ready for the weekend to be here. It's finals prep, students, and behavior. It's been a blast. And today, I just need to tell someone about this. So I went after work. First of all, we have snow. So it snowed and then it melted and then the temperatures dropped. And so now it's freezing underneath more snow that we're getting. So it was a delight going home. But before I went home, I first had to go to the dentist because I finally have my permanent crown on. And so my tooth broke off back in September, had a root canal. And then in October, they put a temporary crown. I had an appointment to go back in November for the permanent crown. And I was like, I'm having some sensitivity. And we took x-rays and it showed an infection. So I was on antibiotics. And so very thankful that they did not take the temporary crown off because last week, the beginning of December, I get a call. From the receptionist, your permanent crown is here. You can come in if you want to come in early for your permanent crown. And I was like, oh, really? That's interesting. Because mid-November, I had an appointment to put my permanent crown on, but apparently you didn't have it. Cool. So I got the permanent crown on today, and they originally started going in and started pulling it. I was like, started trying to pull and take the temporary crown off. And I'm like, hold on, you're not doing this with Novocaine? Like, oh, well, we typically don't numb people. I'm like, no. I am an exceedingly anxious patient. You are going to numb me. And I'm glad they did because they were doing all sorts of stuff. Like, it was hard to take off. I'm like, oh my gosh. So my original dentist, she is out for a family emergency. She's been out since July. I'm really hoping she's okay because I absolutely love her. And she had someone come in and take over while she's out for dealing with a family emergency. And I am not liking her. So I'm hoping my regular dentist comes back really soon. At any rate, without further ado, my unboxing. Day 14. The habit calendar has seen better days. But you know what? So I just kind of rip off as I go so I know where I need to be. And then it's kind of falling down. It's settling down. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Uh-oh. This is going to fall off the shelf. Where? Ooh. Frosted cinnamon buns. That sounds amazing. Because I like cinnamon. I like cinnamon buns. Yum. Okay. So now this is kind of, whoops, sorry, finger there as I shift hands. So this shelf, sorry, I'm trying to move a box out of the way so I can get closer to the shelf. This shelf houses romance, some cozy mysteries, and then spillover middle grade books. Okay, so let me just kind of show you my decorations here first. So this is a little wine bottle that I picked up at Kohl's years ago, like on clearance. I shop the decorations like the day after Christmas because the deals are great. So I got this years ago. It used to light up. It doesn't anymore. It's a little sad. This is a picture of me years ago, probably back in 2000, 2009, no, 2010 or 11. Yeah, 2010 or 11. And that dress is actually a dress I got at a thrift store. The Bible study that I was a part of, we did like a prom to raise funds for people to go over to Kenya on a missions trip. So that was that. This little candle. Oh, you can see dust. Clearly I need to dust my bookshelf. And then this is me years and years and years ago at my friend's wedding. And these two gals I've known since elementary school. So the one on the far right, I've known her since second grade. And then the bride, I've known her since the fourth grade. And they are also really big readers, really big fans of Anne of Green Gables and Little Women and all of the fun classic literature that we grew up with. All right. And then these romance books, I got like all free. My library had a cart of books for free, and I went to town. So you can see there's some Mary Baylaw. I read her years, like when I was big into romance, like historical romance. Mary Jo Putney I've read before. I don't know if I've read that one. I don't think I've read any Diana Quincy or Susan Enoch. But then these Jude Devereaux's I've read years and years ago, and I loved them. Like I loved the Velvet Promise series. There's the Black Line. I have another one, her very first one. I read halfway through it in the summertime, and I still need to go back and pick it up. Let's see if I can find it. Look at how. Let's move that. Oh, things are falling. Sorry, chaos. Like, look at how vintage these covers are. So, like seriously vintage and slightly scandalous. But like these Jude Devereaux covers, that's a more recent one. Same with that one. Like very vintage. I show that one. So, and how these are organized. This is all in publication order. This is set during the American Revolution. So she writes her series. She features the Montgomerys and the Taggarts, and they kind of intersperse. Like, look at that. And so some are set in like the West in the 1800s. We've got a Revolutionary War one. We've got some medieval ones. The Duchess is like 1800s England. I don't remember that one as well. I don't remember Lion's Lady either. Oh, that's Julie Garwood. Then I've got a couple of Julie Garwoods. And then over here, I have Susan Donovan, Christina Dodd, more Julie Garwood, Catherine Coulter. There's the Wyndham Legacy is the first one, and the Nightingale Legacy, I think, is the third one. In between is the Valentine Legacy. But I read that trilogy either in high school or college, and I just wanted to revisit it. And then Letters from Nam, I read years ago by Daniel Steele. I read that years ago, shortly after the TV movie came out, and I just wanted to reread it, got it for free. And then so this is like a cozy mystery that I found for free. This was in a haul earlier this year. Found this for free at school. And then a lot of the Cat Who books. Again, I found all of those, with the exception of like 2. I found all of those Cat Who books for free that my library was getting rid of. So I had to go and grab them, give that series a try. And then my middle grades spill over. These are middle grades that I'm like, okay, I want to prioritize. I say that every year during middle grade March. And we'll see what I get to this year during middle grade March, because it's also March Mystery Madness. And I do have some cozy series that I want to try during March Mystery Madness, like a couple that have been given to me from Secret Santa Exchange over at the Killing Time with Cozies Discord. So there's that, along with middle grade books. But I've got Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson, The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland by Catherine Valente, Touching Spirit Bear. That's like a huge book when it comes to restorative practices, and is supposed to be really good. We've got Chains by Laurie Halse Anderson, Fever 1783, Al Capone Shines My Shoes. I've read Al Capone Does My Shirts years ago. That's the sequel. When You Trap a Tiger, The Bronze Bow by Elizabeth Spear, and then The Poet X is YA. It's done in verse. I started listening to it. I need to finish it. Those are some old reading journals. And then down here, you can see, oh, there's my lighter for the candles that fell. A whole bunch of candles. And I have more because it was a recent, like the $9.95 sale on candles. Plus I had a coupon, so I was like, let me stock up on the winter scents because I love the winter scents the best, like snickerdoodle and pumpkin pecan waffles, and snickerdoodle is amazing. This just has like memories and stuff like that. This was music from when I sung Barbershop Chorus. An empty binder, and there's some really weird buzzing noise going on right now, and I'm so highly distracted. And then that binder is more like stuff from my childhood. Is this one that's spilling out. This one is back in the day when I was in school. I'm going to pull this over on my bed. So back in the day when I was in school, I was a high school English education major. So for secondary education, your major is English or whatever subject matter that you are majoring in. So like if I were a high school math major, my major would have been math. My sequence would have been secondary education. As an English major, it was English. My sequence was secondary education. And for my senior year in college, we had to take a paper from every single class that we had in college, put it together in a portfolio, and then write a paper about every single paper that we've ever written in college. Or like we had to pull a paper from every class. So it was all of the papers that we wrote in college, but we had to have a paper that represented every English class that we took in college. And I mean, I graduated college in 2000. So this was we're going to submit everything online. So this is what my professor got from all of us, was like, here's this 3-inch binder with all our papers. Fun times for her. But like, you can see, like, I wrote a paper on, does gender affect a reader's response to a text or their interpretation to a text? That my professor at one point wanted me to publish. It never happened because student teaching was hellacious. I had another paper I wanted to show. What? I don't know. That's a position paper. Oh, these are my position papers for senior seminar. I don't know. I can't find it now, which is making me sad because I wrote a paper on... So those are those are my paper topics. Good gravy. I don't even know what I was getting at with deconstruction and attainment of perfection in Tales from the Next Village. Can't tell you what that paper is about. The Scarlet Letter. Oh, I had to write a paper. Like, we had to pick a word for the Scarlet Letter. We had to pick a word. And I chose sunshine, and we had to talk about, like, what is the symbolism of that word in The Scarlet Letter. I wrote some paper on Antigone. I wrote a big, like 15-page paper on the Yellow Wallpaper, which is my favorite story. Um, you can tell my femininity as a source of strength in garden. Um, so you can tell, like, my literary criticism that I really embraced when I was in college was feminist. And then this was my senior seminar paper, The Taming of the Shrew and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. A look at the ideal marriage, and ideal is in quotation marks, because I really looked at, like, so in that paper I talked about, like, what is a shrew, like, by definition, what is a shrew, and then how is that depicted in both plays, what is involved in shrew taming, typically violence and essay. There's a lot of essay language when it comes to taming of a shrew. And then also I looked at, like, who is the true shrew in those plays. We had to write a paper on advertising. Yeah, and then we had to, so because I had 2 English methods classes, teaching of literature and teaching of writing, those were replaced. So that's my big old binder of work from when I was in college. There's my ugly sweater that I want to wear tomorrow, and duct tape, so I could duct tape the gun on it. My Hans falling from the building from Die Hard. He's holding a gun. I can't have a gun at school, so I'm putting duct tape over it. But thank you for the indulgence, and I'm going to end this video because now I am just rambling. And you have a wonderful evening and happy reading, everyone. Bye.